Hi everyone, if you are following my videos, this is the third update that I have done. I'm 1 week out of my lumpectomy surgery and them taking lymph nodes out of my right armpit. Also, this hair is not grease. I promise, I just showered. It's not grease. One day there will be nothing there, so I had to wash it, and that's actually what I hate to do with my hair because then you have to dry it, but obviously it's not grease. Anyway, also, this is not a scarf. It is scarf weather, but this is actually a drain holder. And I have to thank my surgeon and his family for giving me this. That was awesome because now I don't have to hold it around like this all day. Ooh, let me try to fix myself. Okay, so I wanted to thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers. Keep them coming. We love that. It's helping us tremendously. I also wanted to add that just in case you aren't able to stick around because I ramble on, if you have time now or in the future, a month or 2 or 3 or 4 from now, and stamps and letters, any cards you need to get rid of, we would really appreciate it if you started sending us mail. That would help me out when I'm doing chemo. It would help Paid Out, and I know it will help Bo because we go outside to the mailbox. He loves getting the mail. He loves holding it and opening the mailbox, all of that jazz. But typically, we put most of our mail in a special filing cabinet, which is also known as the trash can outside. And so I want some mail that he can actually bring inside and we can read it. So yeah, if you have time, please feel free to send us some mail. I'm going to drop our address in the comment section. And you can also ask my mom or any other family member for our address if you don't have it. Also, if you like to laugh, you like funny movies, things like that, please give me your ideas. Right now, I enjoy Chris D'Elia, his 2 stand-ups that are on Netflix, and Joe Coy is amazing, Life in Seattle. And I watched Kevin Hart last night, and then Anger Management. So those are the types of things I like. So if you have anything like that, any ideas, please send them my way because I want to laugh. It helps me not think about everything else that is crappy right now. So we'll go into what's going on right now. And let me just mention too, health-wise, this is my half sleeve and it is meaningful to me. But also, if you get up really close, it's very patchy because I was so excited about this. I had my first laser removal treatment on it, and that was going to be my big health to-do. See the progress of this huge, colorful half sleeve disappear right before your eyes. But now that's not going to happen, and there's more pressing matters, obviously. So, anyway, that was a weird side note. So, it has been a week since everything has happened. It is really hard to raise my arm. That hurts. It is a huge incision right there. You can kind of see the bandage. And then right there, when I lift it and move, I have this tearing, burning pain all throughout here. And it's like nerve pain. It just shoots and it hurts. It's terrible pain. And like I said, my fine motor skills and just moving has been really hard. I've been trying to direct traffic in bed and it's hard to do that. So that was something I wasn't prepared for, was the right arm weakness. It has been hard for me to do anything, take a shower on my own, feed myself. I can't do anything with Bo, and that's been really difficult as well. So the hardest part about this recovery period has been the inability to hug and hold people, cuddle with Pate. It's been really hard because I haven't been able to hold my baby. And when he's grabbing for me, it's hard, it's heartbreaking, and I need his love. So he was able to sit in my lap a little bit one day last week. And anyway, I'm hoping that gets better and I won't have this extra appendage on Monday. He will pull that on Monday, and that'll help me get more mobile as well. So my path results from the lumpectomy revealed a 2.5 centimeter tumor. He said it was like an octopus, and I guess it was like it has legs. I don't know. It's all alien to me. Just get it out. Unfortunately, it was in one of my sentinel nodes, and then they had to take out a big chunk of my lymph nodes, and that revealed that 4 of my lymph nodes were positive for cancer. That sucks. That sucks. It sucks. Which, if you've done research on metastasis of breast cancer, it really doesn't matter what stage you're in. You could be stage 0 or 1 initially, and then it can still spread to other organs down the road. And that's why panic attacks and sadness. So, on a good note, I do feel better right now. Okay, so also, like I said, my mind, I'm so sorry. The bad thing about my tumor, besides it being in the lymph nodes, is that my Ki-67 is 99%. 99%. So that means that it is very aggressive and very fast growing, which makes me terrified about my PET scan, which hopefully will be next week. And so yeah, I'm terrified about that. So we saw the oncologist on Friday, and she gave us an update on all this information. The treatment plan for right now is we'll roughly start chemo in roughly 3 weeks. Next week will consist of getting the PET scan, hopefully getting my port placed, and doing an echo to make sure that my heart is healthy, because I do have a strong history of I have a strong family history of heart disease. So that'll be bad for chemo if my heart's not good. But anyway, so I will have the adriamycin plus Cytoxan, and that is the bad kind. I will lose my hair. Someone did mention several people have mentioned the cold cap. In my case, it will not be beneficial to me. I will lose it 2 weeks after, if not sooner, after chemo. So, I will do the bad aggressive chemo, which some people call the red devil because it's red. But a friend of mine who works with chemo, does the infusions, she said that they like to call it the blood of Jesus working his magic. And I loved that so much. It made me feel so much better about it. I know it's going to make me sick as a dog, but it's just those little things that make a difference. Instead of calling it the red devil, it's actually Jesus' blood working his magic. So after that, I will get that every 2 weeks times 4, and then I'll go to a different kind called Taxol for 12 weeks weekly. And that's just to clean everything up. And then I'll do radiation, and then I'll do hormone therapy for 5 to 10 years. And sometime between then, I'll probably get the double mastectomy just to cover all bases. So I wanted to mention how sad and aggravated I was when I was waiting in the oncologist clinic. I think that I was aggravated because it still is shocking to me. Of course, everything's moving fast, but I'm still in shock. No one plans for this thing to happen. I was just mad, upset that I was even sitting there. At one point, I started to cry because my dad said that he might have to get, mean as far as be hard on me to keep fighting. And I started crying. And he didn't hurt my feelings. That didn't hurt my feelings. He wasn't being mean. It just hurt the fact that we were actually sitting there and he had to say something like that. As far as that he was even saying that this was actually happening. That's why I cried. Anyway, I just wanted to note that because that was pretty significant. Okay, so the panic attacks and nightmares are real. They are very scary and terrible. Knowledge is power, but it's also the cause of my panic attacks because of all of the bad that's out there and that can be and that might be in the future. So I'll just note that. I've always been terrified of death, so that adds on to the anxiety. Even since I was little, I was terrified of dying. My husband knows that I'm terrified of dying even before this hit us. I understand everyone does die. I get that. We're not promised tomorrow. I understand that. But when you're faced with your own mortality in this way and as such as other diseases, it's just different. It's just time stands still, and small things that I do, such as walking across the living room or getting in the shower, it's like in slow motion, and I feel as though I may not be here in that moment ever again. That I may not be here for that moment. and it makes me so sad and angry because I want to be here. I'm not ready for that. I want to have a long, die naturally old with Pate. I want to see my little boy grow up, and there's that. So I'm going to change the subject of how great this weekend was. My parents got Bo for us, took him to Meridian, to their house, and that gave Pate and I some time to visit just us and deal with our stress that way. He also took me to get a mani-pedi, and he did his nails. He got his mani done too. We do sign language with Bo, so this is easy. I love you. He always does that to me whenever, you know, we're leaving cars. There's something in my eye. I'm sorry. So he got these nails on both hands painted, and I thought that was really sweet. My dad also has I think it's this nail. These nails are painted for him, but he did mention it should have been these. It should have been. So anyway, I feel like I'm running out of time. It's already getting a little long, but his nails look fabulous. I want to go into the feelings of guilt that I have because they are strong. My feelings of guilt are so strong right now, alongside all of the other emotions that have bombarded me. I feel guilty that, of a lot of things. I feel guilty that my 29-year-old husband has to worry and care for a 29-year-old wife who has cancer, and also care for a almost 2-year-old son. I feel guilty that my mother-in-law, his mother, has to deal with her son going through his wife at a young age having cancer. I feel so guilty as a mother now because I know that hurts, and I feel guilty that my parents trying so hard not to cry right now. I've cried so much. I feel guilty that my parents have to deal with me having cancer now after the hell that I put them through in high school. That's not fair. I feel guilty because I've been given the opportunity to be on this earth physically for 29 years and also be married and also have a child, because a lot of people are not granted that. I feel guilty that a lot of people aren't even able to have kids. And I have. So I feel guilty that I'm here complaining and sad. It's not fair. Life isn't fair. Okay. So I'm still very terrified and sad and mad. But what's going to get me through this is everyone's love and support, and I hope that I can be that for someone who's watching this. Next weekend, we're all going to go to Meridian, to my parents' house, and we're going to take family photos and celebrate my 30th, which is crazy to me because I always hated birthdays. So maybe that's what's wrong. Anyway, we're going to celebrate my 30th, and my mom's going to make Thanksgiving food because I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. I love food so much. You should know that if you know me. And anyway, so I'm so grateful for my friends, for my family, for strangers who have become friends, for friends who have become strangers and now friends. I'm thankful for my current health and for the breast support groups that I'm already currently in. Remember to always check your boobs, even if you don't like anyone touching them, like this gal. Annuals are not enough. Annual breast, like OBGYN visits are not enough. I had mine April of this year. She did a breast exam. I should have checked it after. I'm not saying that there was anything there prior to, but it could just be no one thinks that anyone this young would get cancer. Maybe she just thought it was just normal, natural tissue following having a baby and breastfeeding. I'm not saying that it was there then, but it was April I don't know. I should have checked. It was my responsibility for my body. So check your boobs. Even if you think that you're too young, you're not. Always try to stay healthy, eat good, all that. I also wanted to take note that I started my checklist on things that I want to accomplish after all this is over. I took all of y'all's advice. Here's the checklist, and I'll call it out to you really quickly before I let y'all go. Finish a marathon, which I said, and also if you have any more, feel free to add on to the comments. So travel with my family to all of the U.S. states, skydive, Albuquerque's hot air balloon festival, or any hot air balloon festival to ride in a hot air balloon, bale hay with David Mazingo, and float in the pool with Mandy after. Visit Japan for at least 2 weeks, make a positive life-changing impact on someone's life, climb a mountain, deep sea fish, Alaska cruise, learn how to do a back tuck. I never did that. Wasn't able to in gymnastics or cheerleading. See the California redwoods, see the northern lights. I've always wanted to do that. Learn how to knit. That would come in handy during chemo treatments. Disney World with Pate and Bo, because neither have been to Disney. Mount Rushmore, Hoover Dam, and have an awesome I'm in remission party when I'm done. So I hope that y'all continue to follow and spread my family with words of encouragement and prayer and thoughts and thank you. And I will see y'all next time.